Hi, and welcome back to still another chapter of Rawlins' Retail Reality Check with the Gift and Home channel. Let's talk. The telephone. Hello. The telephone is critical to your business because when you're giving an event, you call them. When you've got new merchandise, you call them. You call them because something they've ordered has come in. You call them because where are they? And you're desperate for business. There's a million reasons to use the phone, but I want to confess something, and this is really not funny. This is the truth and ironic. When I first went into sales, I was terrified of the phone. Once I realized that the fear of the phone was really normal, in fact, it's a real problem with a lot of people, then that made me determined to overcome it. Here is how I did it. First of all, when I would call people, I would immediately hyperventilate and go into a long spiel. I know this is shocking to you that I could be long-winded, but I mean the minute I heard their voice, it went and then they'd cut me off in mid-sentence, in which case then I'd be rejected and I'd go to my room and I would have this sort of poor little boy rejected feeling. Once I realized that they were cutting me off because I was going into a spiel. First of all, if I'm calling Joyce Huffington, let's say, at home, and she answers the phone, and I just start talking, what if Joyce has like her 2-year-old throwing up on her shoulder at that very moment, and her hair is stringing wet, and she hasn't blown it dry, and meanwhile she's got 15 minutes to get to an appointment? I doubt that Joyce is going to be real receptive to hearing from me. So I learned, and this is a real important one, I learned to say 3 things. 1, when Joyce hears my voice, she wants to know who this is. How many times do I watch salespeople and they'll say, this is Arlene? Like this person standing there with a throwing up baby and their hair wet, and they think, Arlene? You know, you say, this is Arlene at Christina's gift shop. You identify who you are. And then you say parameters. Do you have just a second? I have something I wanted you to know. That sets the parameters. If you say, do you have time to talk? They're going to say, well, I really don't. You see? Don't give them an opportunity to that. Then if you're calling somebody at the office, I always start by saying, this is Rawlins at Christina's gift shop. Have I interrupted you? Are you with someone? You see, that shows that you're being thoughtful, because in the business world, they very often might be in the middle of a meeting. And then the third thing is, you're going to say what it is you're calling them about. Now, look at what I did. One time I called somebody, and this is exactly what I put on there. I went, wait till you see this side table. It's glass over brocade with a sort of multicolored shiny background with a greenish yellow print detail woven into it. I could tell you right now, at her end, her eyes were glazing. People cannot envision things, and meanwhile, you know what? That's not really where their head was. They're focused on something else. So what you should say is, something's come in. The minute I saw it, I thought, Joyce Huffington. Call Joyce. I'm so excited. I know you will be too. I know you're busy, but Joyce, come see this. You see, then it makes it completely that it's all about Joyce. This is the protocol I want you to observe. And then from that moment on, what you want them to understand is, who are you? Why have you called? There's something you want them to see. You're excited about it. Come in. And that's all you need to convey. Once that's conveyed, then you get off the phone, and you know what? They'll take your phone calls after that instead of going into these long-winded spiels. This is Rawlins Gilliland again, trying to impart to you real news you can use. Rubber meets the road reality on another edition of Rawlins' Retail Reality Check at the Gift and Home channel. Thanks for watching, and stay tuned.